Welcome to this episode of Hampton Roads Business Live. My name is Rory Graham, and I'm your host. And today we have the pleasure of having with us Wayne Holcomb from the Holcomb Law Firm. Welcome. How are you?
Thank you. Doing well.
Your firm is located on the peninsula.
It is.
Okay. And could you give us an overview of what your firm does, just to start with, and then we'll talk about a little more in detail.
Sure. We practice in two practice areas,
Okay.
family law and criminal defense. Our office is in the south part of York County, so not up by the Coleman Bridge where the courthouse is. It's way up there. We're on the Newport News, York County line, right there in Kiln Creek area. Most folks on the peninsula are aware of that.
Okay.
But we also practice all the way down to Chesapeake and all the way north to Gloucester. So it's about 10 or 11 jurisdictions we practice in regularly.
Wow, that's a big territory.
Yeah.
And so how did your firm come to be?
Well, I was a 20-year Navy pilot, naval officer. I ended up retiring here in the Norfolk area because I flew E-2s, the dome on top that you see flying around quite a bit here.
Yeah.
And went to law school after that at Regent University here in the Virginia Beach area.
Oh, you are a Hampton Roads person.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, I am. Worked with a great, prestigious, larger law firm in the area in Virginia Beach for a couple of years. Got some great experience there with the, I call them the gray hairs, the guys who knew what they were doing. They had some time to help a young, middle-aged guy get started. And then my own personal trauma took me out of that firm, divorce of my own. That's why, part of the reasons why I do family law. And I wanted to spend more time with my kids and be closer to home. I lived on the peninsula. So I went to the peninsula and started what's now Holcomb Law. It had a different name then. I was in a small office in Pecoston, actually, where it started. And now we're in the Kiln Creek area and practicing law there now.
Okay, so what distinguishes your firm, would you say, from others that kind of do the same type of law?
We like to say, come experience the Holcomb Law difference.
Okay.
We, from the very start, even our marketing, what I'd like to call reaching out in the community to potential clients, individuals who need our help, is based on getting you the information that you need. It's not based on what we do, who we are. It's not based on how good we look on camera, which is evident today. It's not based on where we're located. We want to get you what you need. So it's in essence more community service, more a ministry base. We are a Christian law firm, unabashedly say so and mean it. That means that you can rely on our ethics, you can rely on us our principles to work for you. So we lead with the information and give it away free, even if you don't hire us. We'll give you the information you need. We think it's our ethical responsibility, actually, to give you what you need to know. And we also recognize that when we do that, it cuts down on the stress. And we certainly know that we need you as our client to be ready to participate in your defense if you've got a criminal law matter, or in your case, if it's a family law matter. You may be on the stand and have to tell a judge your story. We'd like you to know what to do and to be there as an intelligent resource for yourself and to help yourself in that matter. So that's the difference. We lead with the information first of all, and our tagline is "You matter here." It's right on our wall there. It's actually on my car too. And you'll see that difference immediately also, where we have weekly updates that we provide via email so that you will be able to know what's going on. You'll be in the loop. We found early on the number one complaint that clients had about their former lawyers, we hope not us, but our former lawyers, was communication, lack of it. So we provide that up front in a weekly email from your paralegal or your attorney to keep you in the loop and keep you involved.
Well, that sounds like a very compassionate approach.
It is,
Yeah.
absolutely, based on compassion.
That's not something you typically connect with an attorney.
That's
so
right.
That's refreshing.
That's right.
Okay, so when you say that, and I've heard this used, that it's a boutique,
Boutique, you're saying.
Boutique, I'm sorry, boutique law firm.
Yeah.
So I don't say it much.
Yes, right, apparently.
But what does that mean? I've heard that before, obviously.
It just means a law firm that specializes in one niche or a few niches. And as I mentioned earlier, we just specialize, or I should say focus, on family law and criminal defense.
Right.
We want to be as good as we can be at what we do,
Right.
to provide our clients the best chance to get what they want or deserve. That translates to both family law clients and criminal law clients, our criminal defendants, and that's our difference.
Now, when you're saying criminal law, can you give us examples of type of things that you run across?
Sure. Yeah, actually both family law and criminal law are large umbrellas.
Yes, they are.
So,
That's what I was asking.
We defend, of course, both misdemeanors and felonies. and also focus quite a bit on DUI and reckless driving in Virginia, which is a whole story of its own, a whole other video perhaps on reckless driving down the road. It is a Class 1 misdemeanor in Virginia, not a speeding ticket, and a lot of folks don't know that. So we do all of that.
Okay, and tell us about mediation.
Mediation would be part of our family law practice. I started mediating in 2004 here in Virginia, got certified then in both the general business side of mediation and then another certification in family law mediation. Was a mediator mentor for a while, teaching other mediators also. Mediation is a tremendous tool, both in business disputes, especially small business disputes, and of course divorces and other family matters, custody issues and what have you. It puts the control back in the party's hands. At best, when you talk to a judge, they've got a few minutes to give you. They are concerned about your dispute, of course, but you're number 15 or 45 that day. They have a few minutes to give to you, and they'll do their best. I like to tell a story about two little girls. When I describe mediation, it does it very well. Two daughters come to mom with one orange, the one left in the house. They both want it, they're both fighting over it. Mom's busy, she's got things to do that day. She takes the orange, cuts it in half, gives it to both of the daughters. They both start to cry uncontrollably. Mom thinks for a second and says, what should I do? This is a judge. A judge would divide and give you both half and get you out the door. That's all they can do. They're a stranger in a black robe, I like to say, or a black dress, I like to say. But the mediator would look at that and ask the question, why? And try to find the interests behind the positions. And when you get there, you ask the little girls, what did you want? Well, I want the peel to bake, Mom, and the other one wants the pulp to make juice. And there's the mediated answer, the result. So both leave in what's called a win-win situation, win-win result, and they're much happier that way. So mediation puts a lot of control back in your hands.
It can be cheaper too, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Our divorces,
and faster.
Absolutely. I tell our divorce clients they're probably going to spend around 20% or less what they would spend both lawyering up and fighting over, grandma's spoons and the gun safe and whatever, we fight over in divorces.
The dog.
Exactly. So it's much cheaper. And nationwide, 85% of those cases brought to mediation resolve, which is an astounding figure in itself. But even more astounding is, of those 85%, almost 100% down the road are happier with that result. They're still happy with it. It's still working because they both had a part in drawing that up themselves. So it's very effective.
Okay, good. All right, so what can a client expect when they contact you?
Well, that's the Holcomb law difference.
Right.
From day one, you will see that we're in the business of giving. As I mentioned, we are a Christian law firm. We understand the benefits of giving, but that's just part of why we do it. We're committed to our community, committed to our clients in a different way. The You Matter here is more than a tagline. It actually is a philosophy to us. So coming in the door, you're probably already armed with information from our websites you got for free, a lot of it. And you'll come in, your questions are welcome. Our initial consultation, it is a free consultation, but we call it a no-hassle legal strategy meeting because there's two goals. One, it's not a sales pitch. That's the no-hassle part. And then the legal strategy part is that we're going to be sure you don't leave there with any questions. So we have all the time you need that day. Of course, not half a day. We'll give you an hour and a half. But we'll have all the time you need that day to ask all your questions and be sure that you understand what you're doing. We want you to be a part of the solution.
And just to follow up on something that you mentioned, you do give them updates, regular updates.
Absolutely.
Okay, so that keeps them in the loop as to what you're doing, what's going on with the case, and all that kind of stuff, because I would imagine that could be really frustrating.
Definitely.
Unfortunately, yes. I haven't had the need to know that.
Right.
But I would assume that would be. So that's great. Okay,
yeah,
all right. Is there anything I haven't covered that you wanted to mention?
Well, just to say, I think that because we're in the types of practice areas that are traumatic, I mean, every legal problem is traumatic, I suppose, but particularly in a criminal defense situation, when you find yourself charged with a crime in Virginia, and most of our clients aren't the type that get charged every month. They're surprised, they're shocked. And all of our family law clients, almost, except those adoption clients, that's a happy law moment when you're adopting a child. But other than that, they come in with, they're lost. They feel the folks they have relied on for years are now their enemies. They're on the opposite sides of the aisle with their own lawyers, and it's very difficult. So we always say that I don't think you're happy coming in to the firm, and probably you're not. But I really feel confident, though I can't guarantee anything as a lawyer, I really feel confident that you'll be happy with your counsel and we'll be able to help you.
You can't ask for more than that.
Yes, sir.
All
Yes,
right.
sir.
So, if you would like to experience the Holcomb law difference, if you have a criminal or a family law matter that you would like to have a consultation with and talk with him and see what they can bring to the table, you can reach him at the information that's at the end of this video and at the bottom of this page. The website has a whole mess of things that you can download for free. And of course, the consultation with him is free too, and I'm sure that you will find it worth your time to check out. I thank you very much for coming in.
Thank you, sir.
I appreciate it, and I wish you continued success.
Thank you. Thank you.